Hello students. So our previous roadmap is already complete. In my last video I have talked about decorators. Now from now onwards I will be starting with modules. Okay, so important modules, and our first module would be OpenCV. So we'll talk about how we can read images, we can work with images, videos, and all these stuffs. Now, okay, so without wasting much time, let's start with our today's discussion. So first thing is, in today's video we'll be talking about images. So how you can read image using OpenCV, how you can resize image, how you can write back after working some operations on an image, all these stuffs. Okay. Now, so the first step is, as OpenCV is not a built-in module that comes with Python. Okay, so you have to explicitly install it using pip command. So this is the command that you have to use. So pip install OpenCV Python. You just run this command in your terminal, and yeah, the module would be installed. And to use it, you have to import using CV2. Okay. Now, before diving into the topics, I mean reading, writing, resizing, what is image? So briefly, very briefly, so images, I mean, when you talk about digital images, they are nothing but data. Okay, so we store informations. What type of information? Pixel values. So we can think of it like a grid of pixels. Okay, now when you talk about images, we can either talk about RGB or grayscale. So what RGB is, RGB color images, it has three channels: red, green, blue, and we represent it using a, I mean, when we talk about representation, so we represent it using a 3D array. So one dimension is for each channel. Okay, this is how we represent it. And the values actually, the variation of values actually denotes the variation of color. Okay, and when you talk about grayscale, so it has only one channel, and it only talks about intensity. So the number range, the value ranges from 0 to 255. So a value closer to 0 is having more darker shade, and a value closer to 255 having a lighter shade. Okay, that is the difference. And yeah, so that is an image. Now next thing is how to read an image. So for reading, so I mean there is a difference. I mean, if you have already worked with MATLAB, in MATLAB we can also work with images. Okay, but the difference is, I mean, what OpenCV helps us, OpenCV gives us that flexibility to work very easily. Okay, because see this statement, img equal to cv2 dot imread. This is the name of the image that I am reading. So okay, so before that, let me show you this. So this is my current working directory. This is the Python file, and these are the images I have chosen to work with. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. Nice. So what I was trying to say is, this imread. Okay, so there is a, I mean, this option is present in OpenCV, that is not present in MATLAB. So when we read an image in MATLAB, we have no such option. Okay, so if we have to convert a RGB image to a grayscale, we have to I mean, we have to do it in separate statements. Okay, so first we have to read it in a, as a RGB, as a color image, then you have to convert it. So this is the equation that, even here this function is also using this equation behind the scene, as we have passing 0. So there are two flags, one for imread color, so RGB, and 0 for grayscale. Okay, I have given here 0, so it would read as grayscale image, and this is the function. And yeah, so here you have to pass the path of the image as it is present in the current same directory. So you have just given the name. So this image will contain will be so this image is nothing but an array. Okay, as I have given 0 here, so it would be a 2D array, and as I say, values would be from 0 to 255. If I had passed let's say 0 1, so it would have been a 3D array. Okay, so okay, let me show you. So if I print it, see, oh, I have not commented out the I am show. Okay, I have not talked about it. So let me comment out this. I'll talk about this before. Let me show you the, okay, nothing else. Okay, so now let me show you the output. See, as I have passed 0 here, so this is a 2D array. Okay, so this image1.jpg is represented by this 2D array. Now, and this is the grayscale version as I have passed 0. So if I pass 1, I have already said it would be a 3D array. See, 1 for each channel. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, now the next thing is, we have already read the image. Now how to show that image? Okay, so to show an image we need a window. You have already seen that. So just to show the image we use this function cv2.imshow. Okay, so the first parameter would be the name of the window, and second would be the image that I want to show. And so this function comes when we want to resize the window. So let's say I have an image which has a larger size. So in that case, the default window size will, I mean the size of the image will be fit into the default window size, and we can resize it. So that is the best option when it comes with a larger size image. So if we just use it, so the first is the window name, and this is the flag that we use to resize the image, resize the window, and this is the function. Now next thing is this wait key. So what is this? So this actually works as a binding, so it actually binds a human, or sorry, binds a keyboard with that window. Okay, so let's say a user has, I mean, is seeing the image, but when, I mean, how to operate that or how to close that window, so all these stuffs. So this wait key comes handy at that time. So what it does is it takes a parameter in milliseconds. So the value which it takes, it waits for that amount of time, and after that it gone. So if I pass 0, so it would wait for infinite times. So that is the way, and so it would wait for infinite times, and whenever we press any key from keyboard, it will be, it will come in this statement, destroy all windows, and it will destroy all the current windows that are being shown. So and there is another function, destroy window. So if you want to destroy a single window or a specific window, in that time this function comes into use. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Keyboard binding takes time in millisecond to wait for a keyboard event. If 0 is passed, waits indefinitely. So let me show you that. As you can see, so as you can see, we can resize this window. Okay, and I can click on this close button, but even if I press any key from keyboard, it would destroy the window. So that's the thing. And as I said, if I don't use this one, so we cannot resize the window, and the window size would be the size of the image. And in this case, the size of this image is really high, really large. So now, I mean, let me show you the difference. Now see the difference. We cannot resize it, and we cannot, so the window size is, so the difference, now you can understand the difference when we pass that value, that flag. So the, whatever be the size of the image, that will be fit into the default size of the window. But if we don't pass this flag, so the size of the window will be the size of the image. So that's the difference. Now after showing now how to write the image, so let's say you have read an image, you have worked some you have done some operations with that image, on that image. Let's say I mean, I will talk about this. So let's say you have resized the image. Now you want to write back that image. So how to write that? So the simple function, I am write, like I am read. The first parameter is the the name with which you want to save it. So in this case I am using saved gray image.png, and this is the image you want to save. Okay, so okay, before that let me show you that there is no such saved gray image.png. Now if I just run this, and if I close this, as you can see, this comes here. So this image has been saved. Now the next thing is how to resize an image. So for that we have a function called cv.resize. So this is the function, and what it takes as a parameter. So first thing is the image you want to save, you want to resize, and next thing is a tuple. Okay, so tuple. So before that, this img.shape. Okay, so if you do this img.shape, let me comment out this and this one. So if you print it img.shape, it would return a tuple. In this case I have passed 1, so if I pass 0, it would read as grayscale. As you can see, this is the grayscale version. Okay, and so this is the one. So first one is the height of the image and this is the width of the image. Okay, this is for grayscale, this is for RGB. So this 3 denotes the number of channels, as I said, the 3D matrix as I was talking about. Okay, so now let's talk about this one. So this tuple, so as I said, first parameter is the height, second parameter is the width. Now when I work with resize, now resize works in some different way. So the first, so this is the size we want to give to that original image. Now when it takes the I mean the after resizing, what would be the size? So this takes as a tuple, but the first parameter should be the width and second parameter should be the height, and that is the reason I have given your img.shape 1, not 0, because as I say, this is the width and resize takes width first then height. And let's say I want to divide the width and height by 3. So yeah, I want to scale down by 3, so 3 times. So this is the one, this is the image and this is the tuple, and this is the width by 3 and height by 3. Okay, now this resized image is the image after resizing. Now if I want to save it, okay, so what do you have to do? You have to just use this I am right. So let's say I want to it, let's say I want to, and here resized image, saved resized gray image. Okay, now let's run this. See, I mean here not see the difference, but let me show you it now. See, so this is the original one. Now you can see 990 cross 1 for 1485, but here, sorry, this one, as you can see, it has been scaled down. See, 330 cross 495, so it has been scaled down. So that is the way how to resize an image. Okay, now so these are the basic operations that I wanted to talk about today. And before leaving, I want to show you just one small thing, that is, so as I said, this wait key, when you talk about wait key, so this wait key actually binds keyboard with that window. Now let's say I want to do this, I want to do an operation like this. So I am showing the image, and if the user presses, let's say S, it saves the image, then it closes the window. And if it presses any other key except S, it will just close the window, it will not save the image. So let's say I have to perform this. So first I would read the image, I would use this one so that we can resize the window. I am sure this is the key, so we can save this key. Okay, in this case I was not saving, I was just using it. I was just taking this one. It is just listening that yes, user has pressed a key, and it would just destroy all windows. But in this case, I am saving the pressed key. So this key would be the pressed key. Now if key compared to 13, so 13 is the ASCII code of enter key. So if user presses, let's say, enter, so it would destroy all windows. And else if, so this odd, so what it does, so it takes a one line string and it returns the unicode of that string. Okay, so I am passing S here, so the unicode of S will be compared with the key. So this key, if user has pressed S, so this would be true. So it would save the image first, then it would destroy. But if it enters key, if it presses enter key, so it would just destroy the window. It would not save it. You can use any other key here. So if I use K, it would work if only if user presses K. And the reverse function, as I said, this odd works in this way, that it takes a one line string and it returns the Unicode or the ASCII code of that string, but a one line string. And if I want to do the reverse operation, so we have this function chr. Okay, so what I want to say is chr of let's say 65 equal to nothing but capital A. That is the thing. And word of capital A equal equal to 65. That I want to say. So if I run this, okay, and let me comment out all this. Yeah, so you would not see actually that what I am typing, but yeah, you can try it, because I will upload this code on GitHub and I will provide you the links in the description, so you can use it in your own way. And if you get stuck anywhere, you can just leave a comment in comment box. I will try to reply as soon as possible. Okay, now let me run this. So I have read the image as a grayscale image. If I just closes this window, it will not save the image. Okay, and if I presses enter, so now I am typing and pressing enter. See, it just closes the window. See, there is no such there is already this one, so you won't see the difference. Let me delete it. Okay, so there is no such saved gray image. Now if I run this, so as I said, first time I am pressing enter, so it just closes the window. It has not saved the image. But if I do the same thing and I presses what I have given, S. So if I S, see, it closes the window and it saves the image. So this is that image, the grayscale version. So that's all about today. And yeah, that's the all basic stuffs. You can work with an image, reading, writing, resizing, showing. Okay, so that's all for today, and bye bye.